Good morning, and welcome back to Concerned Citizens Media. Uh, I just came to share uh, very short news and a couple of videos for today. Welcome back. Thank you for taking the time uh, to join me on Concerned Citizens Media. Thank you as always. Uh, Fortunately, Ethiopia is receiving about 2.2 million COVID-19 vaccine on coming uh, Sunday. Uh, this is a coordination with the United Nations. So some now African countries are getting a little bit. Yeah, so it's much, very small, but still gonna save some lives. 2.2 million, and some African countries also start getting, like Kenya, Nigeria, some other countries, even though it's too late and too small. The other one is OLF, Oromo Liberation Front, is also officially boycotting the upcoming Ethiopia's sixth national election, just like Oromo Federalist Congress. There's the same reason I reported yesterday. No difference, because the Prosperity Party and the election board, they use all the means to eliminate oppositions, those who are strong parties. Those can challenge them in Oromia. So now only Oromia PP left. OLF is out, OFECO is out, and no way they can run, as we discussed before. Their office is shut down. All their senior officials are in jail. Members and the supporters are in jail in thousands. So no way they can run for any office. They are already in danger of survival. The other short story is about the United Nations, the division in the United Nations on the issue of Ethiopia, the Tigray region war, about the war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. So Russia and China and India, they are opposing to have a united voice against these all crimes already reported by several medias, by Amnesty International organization, Human Rights Watch, United Nations. So even the local government in Tigray reported about the presence of Eritrean soldiers and the atrocities and war crimes committed by Eritrean soldiers plus Ethiopian soldiers. So now the Russia and China and India on the other group opposing, claiming not to interfere in the internal affairs of the country. But I don't think Russia and China are loving or in love with Abiy Ahmed. No, The issue is Russia has its own issue with America because America is putting sanction on Vladimir Putin for the arrest of the opposition and for the election issues. So they have at war with the United States. China, in the same way, has also at war with the United States. Is through different kind of war. It's not wars through the gun. The United States also have some restriction on some Chinese businesses, and also issues with Hong Kong and Taiwan. So because of these issues, they don't want to support what the United States is presenting to the United Nations. I don't know what the India issue, but India is joining Russia and China. So we are in a difficult situation now. If the United Nations is not coming out with one voice to denounce the atrocities, the war crimes, the genocide happening, it is a huge problem for Ethiopians. So in the future, if the United States decide to act with the help of Europeans against Abiy Ahmed and Eritrea, that will be a challenge and is a big issue. Now we have vocal support from the United States and European Union and some African countries too to demand the removal of Eritrean soldiers and to send independent investigation for all these crimes. So we will see if they're gonna come up with one voice next time. I think they have another meeting, another United Nations Security Council meeting. We don't know if anything changed. So in the current situation, it looks like it's nothing changed because Russia and China has a veto power. In the same way, United States, France, British, they have also a veto power. So these veto power countries, they have to have agreement on the issue, or if they don't agree, they have to abstain. That's gonna help. So if this doesn't happen, this division is gonna help Abiy and Abiy supporters for the time being. There is also division between Ethiopians. The majority, the Oromos, the Tigrayans, and some other support for change in that country and for transition of the government, for removal of this current administration and with replacement with a better federalist or federal government. But the other one, the Amaras, for now, the Amaras with some as a little bit, maybe, I don't know, but mostly the Amaras now standing with Abiy Ahmed, and they are calling, for a protest against the United States, against the European Union, and against all these international organizations in supporting what Abiy is doing. So we are completely in opposite direction, we Ethiopians. That's why we're gonna suffer a lot. We don't speak with one voice. Everybody is looking for, his own advantage. Now Amaras, they think they have the advantage. They think they have the upper hand. That's why they are standing with Abiy. So they calling a support, a demonstration to support Abiy Ahmed on coming March 15 in Washington, D.C. What this support means is, it means we, they say they're gonna oppose the United States pressure, the European pressure to stop the rape, to stop the killing, to stop the atrocities happening in Tigray, and they oppose the Americans' call for accountability, for independent investigation in that region. So they oppose all these, and they oppose also all the reports mentioned by national and international medias and by various international organizations, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and UN. All this they oppose. They just blindly supporting Abiy Ahmed. Go ahead, we support you. That's what they say. And they support the Oromo suffering in that country. They support the Tigrayans suffering, the Tigrayans women raped, mass killing in Aksum and other areas. That's why this demonstration coming up on March 15, and it should be recorded for history, and one day they will feel ashamed because they are supporting a wrong thing. They are standing with a wrong guy. This guy is, joined with dictator of Eritrea president. So they are supporting this. They don't see it now because they are blinded with temporary benefit. They don't see it now, but later on they will see it. They are supporting the weakening of the country. The border is broken. They are supporting the ethnic cleansing happening in Benishangul, in Tigray region. So when they support Abiy Ahmed, they are supporting all these things, and they should question themselves what they're doing. In the past, they were opposing TPLF for the same atrocities. Now, because their guy is doing, that means everything he do is right, because they are in thinking they may win the upcoming election. They may have the upper hand. Everything is okay for them. They don't care about the other Ethiopians. So that is a division. That's a very dangerous one. Internal division plus division in the United Nations. This is a very bad one. So if this thing is not fixed, and if you don't speak with one voice, the country may be heading into a bad situation. It could be Syria. Syria, the United States and other countries, and different angle, Russia and others in a different, Iran supporting Assad. So that kind of possibility might be coming to Ethiopia. Uh, that will be very dangerous for the citizens of that country. So we have to avoid this looking for temporary benefit, and we need to speak up with one voice when the atrocities happened, when the genocide is happened, when the crime against humanity happened, just based on the facts, not because of your benefit. So that is the situation, and we will see what's gonna happen in the coming days, weeks, and months. But you have to see. We will see and report what they say on their protest, on their marching day on March 15. We will see what their slogans. According to the information I got, they are against the United States, against the international pressure on Abiy Ahmed. They are they are saying that this is TPLF propaganda. It's nothing factual. All this Amnesty International report, Human Rights Watch report, United Nations report, all this is fake. They think it's only TPLF is doing this. That's why they are protesting it. That's why they are standing with Abiy Ahmed. That is not a lasting strategy. I talked about this before. This division is gonna destroy the country. So that's the shortest news I have for you today. I have a video to share with you. The disturbance in Senegal protest, and some video maybe it's not good for kids, so don't watch with kids. Aggressive, disturbing, so I just warn you not to watch with kids some of the videos. The other ones maybe fine. Let's see. Okay, just give me a little bit time. There you go. There you go. Just not too long videos. Just let's see.
Today, Russia issued first official statement about Tigray conflict. Since November 4, when the war in Tigray started, Russian Foreign Ministry has been silent on this development. But today, Maria Zakharova, Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson, issued a statement about Ethiopia. The statement says that the United States of America must stop interfering in the internal affairs of Ethiopia. It must respect Ethiopian sovereignty. It's an important development. Russia is now openly taking sides in Tigray conflict. It is backing Ethiopian government, just like US is openly telling Ethiopian government to withdraw Eritrean and Amhara forces from Tigray. Russia and the US are on opposite sides about Tigray conflict. Now the question is, why is Russia backing Ethiopian government? Is it due to some diplomatic effort by Ethiopian government, or there are good relations between Ethiopia and Russia? What is the reason behind it? Well, the only reason behind this statement given by Russia is that Russia and the US are not on the best of terms these days. 3 days ago, US imposed sanctions on some Russian officials who were allegedly involved in poisoning Alexei Navalny, Russian opposition leader, opposition activist, I would say. Alexei Navalny was allegedly poisoned in Russia. He was taken for treatment to Germany. He has returned, but he was arrested on his return after a court hearing. So US imposed sanctions on some Russian officials involved in alleged poisoning of Alexei Navalny. So Russia and the US, they are not on the best of terms these days. And once again, we are seeing, just like we saw in Syria and Libya, and in the conflicts that Russia and US are on opposite sides, we're seeing the same thing here in Tigray, that Russia and the US are taking opposite sides in Tigray conflict. US position on Tigray is very clear. Yesterday, Linda Thomas, US envoy to the UN, spoke about Tigray conflict.
We urge the Ethiopian government to support an immediate end to the fighting in Tigray. And to that end, the prompt withdrawal of Eritrean forces and Amhara regional forces from Tigray are essential steps. And we urge the broader region to work fast and together toward a peaceful solution. For our part, the United States is committed to working bilaterally and multilaterally to help secure an end to the violence. We are committed to holding perpetrators of abuses and violations on all sides to account. And we are committed to addressing and assisting with the humanitarian and the human rights crisis. To that end, this week, we have deployed a disaster assistance response team to Ethiopia to lead the scale-up of U.S. government humanitarian assistance.
That's the strong position of the United States. Okay, this advertisement. So this Pope first visit in Baghdad never happened before, so he got a red carpet treatment in Baghdad, and it's the majority Muslim country, but they got some Christians, and those Christians are subjected to different atrocities under Islamic State and others in the past now. So this is a big change for them. The Pope is visiting them.
البابا صراحة يعني كانت زيارة مستحيل انه نتوقع يجي، رغم انه ظروف البلد تعبانة، بنية تحتية تعبانة، فمستحيل كان، بس هو سوالنا احلى مفاجأة. انا دا احس بفرح يعني ما ينوصف، يعني كله
يعني احنا متحمسين لها يعني محتاجيها هاي الزيارة لكل العراقيين.
Negli scorsi decenni l'Iraq ha patito i disastri delle guerre e il flagello del terrorismo e conflitti settari spesso basati su un fondamentalismo che non può accettare la pacifica coesistenza di vari gruppi etnici e religiosi, di idee e culture diverse. Tutto ciò ha portato morte, distruzione, macerie, tutto visibili e non solo a livello materiale. I danni sono ancora più profondi se si pensa alle ferite dei cuori di tante persone e comunità che avranno bisogno di anni e anni per guarire. E qui tra i tanti che hanno sofferto non posso non ricordare gli yazidi, vittime innocenti di insensata e disumana barbarie, perseguitate e uccisi a motivo della loro appartenenza religiosa e la cui stessa identità e sopravvivenza è stata messa a rischio. Pertanto solo se riusciamo a guardarci tra noi, con le nostre differenze, come membri della stessa famiglia umana, possiamo avviare un effettivo processo di ricostruzione e lasciare alle future generazioni un mondo migliore, più giusto e più umano.
عزيزا رغم التوصيات الكثيرة لكم بتأجيل الزيارة بسبب الظروف الاستثنائية التي يمر بها العالم بسبب جائحة كورونا، وبالرغم أيضا الظروف الصعبة والتحديات التي يمر بها بلدنا الجريح، إذ أن تجاوز كل هذه الاعتبارات يضاعف قيمة الزيارة في وجدان العراقيين.
Hey there, early risers, go-getters, all-nighters, and...
Okay, this is Senegal protesters protesting the arresting of some, like they're doing like our resistance sign. The government arrested one very strong politician, very young, supported by youth. He intends to run for the president, so the government arrested him. That's why they're protesting and asking for his release.
Aujourd'hui, ce que nous vivons dans ce pays-là, vraiment, c'est incroyable. C'est honteux. Macky nous a déçus. L'Afrique, Sénégal était un pays exemplaire. Devant tout, c'est comme ça que ça se fait. À cause de cette minable-là.
cokkal lañu def ñëw uniquement pour attaquer mairie bi seulement ñun ñoo am ci sax ba xam ne si bu leen jëm yàq ni mairie dafa rafetul dafa rafetul parce que ñu def ay sénégalais comme ñoom ñun on s'en fout de Sonko wala de Macky Sall xam nga lan moo ñu la suñu teranga bopp jox suñu jabar jox suñu doom yi nekk fi
They speak French. because most of West African countries were colonized by French. That's why you heard French language. The translation is given, English translation is given on the screen.
Nous avons trouvé que le doyen avait déjà pris la décision de renvoyer l'inculpation au lundi. Donc Ousmane Sonko n'a pas été inculpé, n'a pas été n'a pas comparu tel que le prévoit l'article 101 du Code de procédure pénale. Alors la conséquence de ça, c'est que il va retourner à la section de recherche au titre, n'est-ce pas, de la procédure en vertu de laquelle il serait poursuivi pour trouble à l'ordre public, laquelle procédure se caractérise par la garde à vue qui est encore en vigueur. Et après, la comparution attendue, tant attendue en matière de viol, aura lieu donc le lundi à 9h. Donc tous les rendez-vous sont renvoyés au lundi à 9h.
Okay, that's it. That's the last one, and that's another trouble in a West African country. Last time was Uganda. Uganda, the guy is, Museveni. He successfully managed for now. He stayed in power. He jailed the guy for almost 10 days, starting the election day. He was successful. This is could be the same situation. The government is doing all this, and the youth is acting against the arrest of the opposition figure. So always trouble in Africa, because we don't know how to transfer power from one president or from one prime minister to the next prime minister. Whoever in power try to stay in power forever. And the security, the undercovers, the federal police, the army, have, or they create attachment with the existing officers, with the existing president. That's the problem. They are not independent like the United States. We should create that kind of situation. The military, the police, the federal police, or FBI, CIA, all these are independent. Whoever win, that's it. They go with the winner, and they protect the constitution in that way. Last time, Trump, former president, tried to manipulate African style, but it didn't work. They catch him. They rejected his notion. He was not successful. So Africa, unless that kind of situation is created, we will not have peace, and we will not have development. We will not have growth. What we have is corruption, killing each other, arresting each other, enjoying the suffering of each other. You see, that's what we have. You see, in case of vaccines, they're just getting a little bit now. We cannot figure out how to create the vaccines, because we are engaged in a different kind of issues. We worry about losing power. We worry about losing our wealth. We are fighting each other. We are killing each other. So how are you gonna create? How are you gonna invest in science and technology? Get vaccination? No, you can't. You have to wait until for handout, beg for handout. So if something big comes, that country, that continent will be eliminated really. If something big, bigger than COVID-19, because they are not ready. They are fighting for power from time to time. They don't know how to transfer power from each other. No stability. Everybody wants to stay in power. Everybody is looking for his own ethnicity to stay in power, or for tribes. Not thinking about the country, not thinking, investing in science, in technology, creating minds, and using those minds to create medicine, vaccinations, and protecting the people now and in the future. So we have a challenge. That's why we have all the time, the military attachment, the federal police attachment with the ruling party. Unless that is changed, unless that is modified or cut that attachment, no peace. It's the same thing in Ethiopia. All are with Abiy Ahmed now, whether his road is taking them to the bush or to the train or to peace or danger, they don't care. Whatever he order, they will do. They will carry out. They're just waiting for his phone order. They don't challenge him. They don't tell him this is wrong. They don't say we don't want to kill our citizens. They don't tell him to change his order. So that is a challenging we have. I hope it will change in the future. So that will be enough for today. And the hunger strike, starving for justice, still going on. And these Oromo politicians are in a tough situation. We didn't see any mercy so far, no mercy at all. The government is waiting for their days. We will see, and we have to keep our prayers for their safety and for their well-being. I hope they will come out okay. They still refuse to eat, even though they are on a medical treatment. They are in a very, very tough situation. Let's keep our prayers for their well-being and for their safety. I think their survival is much better for the country. So I hope the United Nations also will come up with a united voice next time they meet. I think maybe next week. I don't know exactly. I hope, just based on the reality, ignoring their own politics, internal politics. You know, everybody's looking for their own point of view. Russia has issues with America. America has issues with Russia. China has issues with America. So that issue, I think they can deal with a different situation, or with a different condition. They don't have to mix it up with other international issues. When the war crime happen, when the genocide happen, they don't have to bring their issue. They have to deal with what is on the table, then go back and deal with their issue. If that kind of situation happen, it will be better. The whole global community. Thank you, and appreciate you taking time with me, with concerned citizens in media. Like the video, share the video with friends and family, and comment on the video so we can grow together. Thank you again. So long, everyone. Until next time.